All right, so we're back with another edition of the podcast with my friend, my main man, Rice, the CEO of Unisupports. And today we got an exciting one because we're going to dive into how to create your prompts to build you a website in a matter of minutes. We're going to give away some free tools. We're going to tell you how to prompt engineer for dummies, basically. And we're going to give you all that in this podcast today. So, Rice, welcome, and so glad to have you here, friend.
Hey Andy, thank you. I'm also happy to be back. And hi to everyone who will watch this podcast, all the subscribers. Very happy that after the first video, we got a lot of positive reviews. So, yeah, let's go for the second one and rock it.
I love it. So, Rice, I love the founder story. I love the entrepreneurial journey. I love entrepreneurs who are building businesses from the ground up and launching them. And I know you've been in the IT space. You've been computer programming for probably your whole life. But let's start with the Unisupports sort of foundation story. How did that come about, and what is your journey with starting Unisupports and launching it over the last few years, and now your vision for Unisupports in the future?
So, this Unisupport started. Unisupport is my second company. I had the other company before, and after that, I was working for a company as head of the IT department. And while working there, then I saw a lot of gaps that were missing inside companies that were working as partners with us. And also, I was seeing that a lot of these companies don't give the right support that we as customers were needing. And most of the things that they came for to solve for the company where I was the head of the IT department, most of the problems solved on my end. So I was thinking that, hey, I'm seeing this gap happening. Why don't I try to come up with some automation, come up with some cool stuff and try to solve this? So that is when Unisupports started. The thing was the company would be Unisupport, but because of the domain not available, I got the S with it, Unisupports. But I think Unisupports means for me, Uni is united together and support is support each other. Together we support each other, and that is also the mission of the company. So we started as a company that was providing technical support towards customers, where we had developers, software engineers, etc., network engineers working for us and helping customers to be able to solve the issues. I'm sorry. Meantime, this journey, we came in contact with the AI because everything is moving fast forward in AI. And we have a lot of customers we have seen had issues with these AI implementations because the expectations were not set correctly towards these customers. They were like seeing AI more as a tool that can do everything for them. They just have to like don't worry anymore. AI will do everything for them. But at the end of the day, they saw that is not true because it all depends on how you set this AI up and what you do with it, how secure is it, and all those things were issues that we saw. So that is when we made this change to from a company that was doing only technical stuff, we became a company that was doing full cycle of AI development from a concept to production and beyond. And we're not just AI specialists, we're a team that helps companies and enterprises create cutting edge AI products and optimize efficiency and accelerate growth for them. And we guide you through the entire process and scape your ideas from ready to go solutions with our expertise teams across multiple countries. So that is when it started. And meanwhile, in this journey, I came in contact with you where we saw that the part of building businesses and the part of automating businesses was a good let me say were two good components together where we found each other together. And I think after that when we stepped into the market of the US, we saw that there were a lot but I didn't expect because I was thinking all the time that hey, maybe in the US there are a lot of companies already inside this business, etc. But what we were seeing is that most of the customers were not happy with all these solutions and they needed custom made solutions. So nowadays, I must say that where I was thinking that, hey, we're going to do like only AI implementations, we see that we're getting also inside the AI education part And also we're getting inside, I think, going to a part of custom development and not using only the tools that are already made, but going to custom development. And that is the journey till now together. And I must say we're getting a good reviews, good people are coming to us. Yeah, I see and I hope if God support us that before end of this year we can say that we have like 100 plus clients inside already. So yeah, it's a journey that I think it's nice. We enjoy it, but I must also say, as you know it, it's a very tough journey, especially with all these challenges we get also. But yeah, that's all in the game. Without that, life is not worth it. We need to have some challenges.
Yeah, so I started my first business in 2007, which is 17, 18 years ago. And it was a similar kind of thing, right? We had a technology founder and we were launching innovation into a new market that was hungry for it. And so we almost had to go out and find problems in the market and then go back and solve those with innovative and emerging solutions. Whether that was a clean energy product 15 years ago or today that's AI automation, the framework is the same. Great people doing business together, coming together to solve problems that the market may or may not know they have today with new school tools and innovation that already exist, right? And so it's a framework that has been proven over time, but modernized based on the technology innovation, based on AI nowadays, and just whatever the creative is at the beginning and solving new problems in the market. And I think there's a huge opportunity. I mean, we're already talking to several customers who have issues with supply chain problems, issues with management of their systems, issues with how are they going to connect different systems, even issues with customer service integration. And I think that's the fun opportunity of today is getting into the market and finding those problems, bringing them back to the Unisupports team and creating wonderful new innovation. And like you said, whether that's gobbling together some new school tools together to solve a problem, cool. Or maybe that's creating something completely new for a problem that has not been solved for yet. That's also cool. That's also a ton of fun. And it's great. And so it's been a fun journey. And I think one that's been the through line throughout my career. And I know the same for you, coming at it in two different ways and two different locations, and now partnering up to build something great in the Miami market, in the Atlanta market, in the US market, in the worldwide market, right? And so it's been fun. So yeah, it's a cool founder story. And you touched on something really interesting. It's never easy, right? It gets hard. And I spoke to a group of students, engineering students and faculty last week, and it was talking about the entrepreneurial journey. And it's exciting at the beginning when you come up with that idea, and then it gets stupid hard. And you have to persevere and go through all of the hard stuff. And there's no difference in any kind of business that we're building. And then once you get product market fit, and if you then know how to scale, then you can have a lot of fun. But when you start going from that launch phase to momentum phase, you get a whole new set of problems that you have to solve for. And I think that's what's fun nowadays for those kinds of business owners, because AI automation can help streamline and help solidify that growth. Whereas before they were trying to do it with human interaction versus now it's technology and systems. So it's a different mindset around growth and scaling these days, which is also kind of cool.
Yeah, and I also think that where we were expecting like to make like noise in the US market, we are seeing nowadays that we're getting a lot of people outside the US market also getting in touch with us and wanting to partner up, doing some things together. So I must say that we are not doing the same thing that everyone is doing, like taking the solution from the market, giving it to you, installing. No, what we do is we go deep inside those processes, those issues, those tools you have. And even if you have the correct tools and we can use those tools to automate the system, we will do that. Because at the end of the day, we want a win-win situation. It's not that we only make the profit, but we also want that the companies, the customers coming to us also must have a cost-friendly tool, like not that they have to like go and have very big expensive to do that. So that is something that we are doing, and I think that it's something good.
It's something very different because I'll tell you, you came from the IT technology programming background. I didn't do so well in school in computer programming, but I love entrepreneurship. I love business, and I was an engineer, right? But I got very curious several years ago when we started using machine learning in one of our businesses, and that translates to AI. And then you're like, well, what is AI? And then I got very curious around AI automation. And what I found on a worldwide scale is that there are lots and lots of, they're nowadays, I guess you would call them founders or entrepreneurs who have a single tool that they've taken from the market and they're selling that to single use customers. So here's my chatbot. Here you are, Mr. Customer, buy my chatbot. And they just rinse and repeat the sell of the chatbot. The other side of the coin, which is where Unisupports sits, is complete comprehensive partner that comes into the business, sees the problem, and now knows how to solve that problem through all the new school tools, and not only solve the problem, implement the solution, which is critical for most businesses fail in the implementation part. And then the third phase, which is even, you mentioned it, the education piece, continuing to educate and reinforce with a workforce that is not always technology focused, right? You've got a ton of medium and large businesses out there that are not tech focused, and being able to provide that comprehensive solution, implementation, education with a broad stroke of safety and compliance wrapped around it is unique and critical, I would say.
Sure. Sure, and I think that makes like the difference for us. And also, if we look today at the market, daily there are new tools coming out. Daily, people are making like a lot of tools that coming on the market. I was reading some news from the market in India, and a lot of startups, AI startups there, have done a lot of huge fundings over there, creating new tools. But I would say that we have also to look at the part of, will we use all of those tools, and will all those use tools be have benefits for us at the end of the day? And that is what we do for our customers when we come in. We are like helping them as their IT team to find the correct solution, and jumping in and telling them that, hey, for your company that fits for you, let's go for this one. Because if you just do a smart search on the internet, you just write AI bots or AI agents, believe me, you will find like 100 plus of those.
Yeah, I've gotten really curious around this whole concept of AI entrepreneur as well, because what I've seen too is that you've got subject matter experts who know a certain market or a certain industry really, really well, and they have highlighted certain pain points that have existed for maybe 20 years or 30 years or 6 months. It doesn't matter. And those subject matter experts are coming to Unisupports and coming to us and saying, hey, can you help me build an AI solution, a technology solution that addresses that pain point in the market? And now all of a sudden, that person, that entrepreneur, is now maybe an AI entrepreneur who's using artificial intelligence technology to solve a problem. And he's now or she's now building a business around it. And dude, they're raising crazy money. These businesses are launching and getting crazy money raised early on because they are using the trendy, sexy words of AI and solving a problem in the market. It's an interesting time right now, I would say.
I would say, Andy, I'm quite curious if one day we just random go to the market and say, hey, let's go and let's find some fundings. I believe it will be like crazy because they are like, everyone is investing huge in AI at this moment, and it's good. I would say it's good. I just read in the news on LinkedIn today that Apple is going to hire like 20,000 people for these different type projects where AI is included. So I would say it's like gold mine times coming. It depends on you as person. Like after we're done talking, we will show you guys like if you just want to create some like a $500, $1,000 just to create this website for someone, how you just can do that simple without even having IT knowledge. Today is the day for everyone to start the journey. If you don't or not interested in AI, maybe you're interested in something else, but you can use the AI tools to be able to achieve your business goals and without having, let me say, a big amount of investment. You can just open your business today.
Yeah.
It's
It's
quite
a,
simple.
it's a time like never before for entrepreneurship. I'll tell you a funny story. So talking about good AI versus bad AI. So this weekend I was at a soccer game for my kid, and the parent said that his buddy got a 0 on his research report that he turned in to the teacher. And the mom kept asking the 12-year-old boy, hey, are you going to get it done? Are you busy? He turned in the report. Oh, mom, I'm fine. I'm good. I have no problem. He turned in the report. He got a 0 because the teacher said he went and used Chat GPT to create an entire report. And nice lesson learned, but it's funny because there's such good uses to AI, but there's such a mindset around it's scary, it's bad, it's going to end the
Mm,
world, it's going to do all this stuff. And I think the lens that I keep telling people to put on is look at the good side, look at the advantages it has for you. And you mentioned it too, like where do you start? I tell people where to start is just first have an open mind to innovation and technology. Two, find the right people, the right who around that can help you solve your problem. And number three, start small, right? Just start small with something that's a pain point today and then continue to reiterate and repeat step one, which is go back to the beginning, find the new pain point, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And then you have an ongoing continuous improvement mindset around technology innovation inside your business, which I think is going to give many, many companies a complete competitive advantage in the future.
sure, sure, that's 100%. I also think that what is happening nowadays, they created these tools like ChatGPT, etc. And on the other side, they created tools to detect if you're
Yeah.
using
Yeah.
ChatGPT
Yeah.
for your schoolwork. I would say it depends how the people use it. Like if you're going to like copy paste it directly, yeah, then you're going to be detected. It's the same like when you're at school, you're just copy pasting the text from the book and entering it. They will like show you that hey, that's not the answer. Write it in your own words. So what I would do is use ChatGPT maybe to be able to find the answer quicker. But I would use mine words to be able to explain it in the thesis or the school project, so that we don't get those issues. Because what happens sometimes also is some of the answers ChatGPT gives you, the teacher doesn't have to go and scan it inside the system. They just see it that this answer is formulated by ChatGPT the way it's been written for you. So, yeah, that's happening, and a lot of these students are using it. So yeah, I think also the teachers and everyone inside the educational part also have to make the change of the mindset that the generation is going to move quicker with all these AI tools. Believe me, even the teacher is explaining something, they're going to take their phone, they're going to find it on ChatGPT, and hey, they can tell the teacher that hey, this what you're telling is not correct because this is the right answer. Yeah, if you move together with this technology together ahead, then you won't have these issues inside your education process. So yeah.
Yeah, no, totally. You mentioned the ability to ask and type good prompts into ChatGPT, and so do you want to segue into how to use
Yeah.
some of these tools to do real stuff for your business?
Yeah, so I thought let's start to give everyone that is watching us, and once again, we want to thank everyone that is supporting us with the comments, with the views, with the likes. It means a lot. And I would ask everyone while watching these videos, please do subscribe so that you are aware of all the updates that are posted on these channels. And in these coming weeks and days, we will keep posting a lot of videos as related how you guys can start tomorrow with zero investment. You only need a laptop and internet. You can start your business. So let me share my screen and let's take a look at the tools that we're going to talk about today. Give me a second. Let me share my
I'll
screen.
also say while Rice is pulling that up, he's very active on LinkedIn. So make sure you follow our boy Rice Abdul at LinkedIn and Unisupports as well, and giving out daily
Yeah, let's
content.
have fun. Yeah. So as you guys can see, this is the ChatGPT screen. I already logged in. Uh, ChatGPT, you can create a free account. If you don't have an account yet, you can sign up for free. And as you can see, uh, have today we're going to look at this application. It's called Relume. It's an application where you can build your website. You have different type of packages. You have also the paid one, where you can create more tabs from the website and have more functionalities. So today we're going to use just a free one just to show you guys how this works. So most important thing is if we go to starting a new project, the most important part that is needed is what do we want to have in the system. So as you can see over here, that is written over here sitemap prompt, and this is the I think the pain issue that people have, like they don't know how to write a prompt, because you can go there and say create a website for my fashion store. It will create it, but not, you know that it's not something you want. So let's be very specific what we want. So let me show you guys how we can use ChatGPT and create just a simple prompt. And as you can see over here, you can use how many pages you want for the website. If you want like 5 or 10 pages, or just one to five, it's up to you. And also the language, you can choose which language you want, but we're going to keep it on English as that is like globally used. You can see over here we have the button of upgrade. Just to show you guys is that we're using the free version. As you can see in the free versions, there are limitations. And if you start your business, you're using this tool, I would advise you to use this one, the $40 one. You have unlimited project, unlimited pages, and you can share it. You can export it to Webflow and Figma. And with export, they just mean when you write the prompt, you just export it to Figma. You don't have to do nothing more. Just export. And one more thing, guys, we're not getting sponsored by one of these guys, so it's just content we're making for you guys. So let's go to the prompt. So today we want to create a website for a travel company. So what we'll do to keep it simple, I always go over here. As you can see, the sitemap prompt. So we say to ChatGPT, create for me a sitemap prompt for my travel company. My travel company, as we can explain, because if we talk about the travel company, what does the travel company do? My travel company, where customers can book, correct this part, can book their flight tickets, be specific about which tickets, because you have flight tickets, but you can also have like cruise tickets, different type of tickets. So be very specific. Their flight tickets, um, book their hotels, and also rent their car. What we want also on the website is we want a section of a knowledge base. So let me explain to you guys why we are adding a knowledge base towards the site. Because once the website is up and we want to automate the process of the customer support, and we are using like a AI chatbot that will respond to customers their requests, it's good to have a knowledge base. A knowledge base, or you can also say a frequent as section base, is where you store all these information that customers ask quite frequently, like, hey, my I want a refund, how can I cancel my bookings, etc. So all these questions you can store inside this knowledge base, or this frequent ask question base, so that when the bot gets activated to respond to the customer questions, he has this information already inside him. We want a section of the knowledge base. Also, we want a customer support AI agent to help customers. And let me say, we would also, yeah, and the company name is, we call it Uni Travels. Maybe something for the future, Andy.
Hey, I
One
know.
day
I
if
was
you
like, a
want to
new
create a
business.
travel.
Fantastic. I get so excited.
Yeah. So as you guys see over here, he creates the sitemap. So he has the home section where you will have these options, the flight section, the hotel sections, the car rental section, my bookings, the knowledge base, and the customer AI agent. And also, most companies have their vision, their values, and also about the team. And also we have the contact us block, we have privacy. So what happens now is that we select this. We can also use this part, but when you paste it, don't forget to remove this thing over here because that's not needed for a prompt. So we can remove this also. So this is the sitemap for Unitravel's online travel booking platform. So what we say to the prompt over here is create for me sitemap for Unitravel, etc. So what we do now, we want a page from 1 to 5 pages. If you want more, it depends on you. We create generate sitemap. So now, I'm sorry, the system is creating this sitemap. So let's wait a couple of minutes while it's creating. So we click on wireframe. So once we click on wireframe, let's fit it to the screen so that you guys can see it. It's
Hey,
prompting
Rice,
up.
what is, for those who don't know, what is the site map and what is the wireframe?
So in the sitemap, you can see the structure of the website. Like it's structured from home. From home, you have the tab that goes to car, to buy bookings, to rental. So that are the links that is like connected to each other so that when you click on this, it connects to that one. So you can create, if you want to create more of these sitemaps, let me make it a little bit bigger. So as you can see over here, this is like the home page where you can see you have the home, you have the navigation bar, the header section, testimonial section, and the footer. And after that, you have like these tabs. Look, one of these tabs that starts with flights, hotels, car rental, my booking. So what happens is, let me show you guys the wireframe part so that you guys can see how it will start to look so that I can show you also how we can, I think it's generating at the moment. Let me see. So as you can see over here, this is like the front page. It created for us, as you can see, option to book now, destination, travel deals, and when you scroll like below, you will see like unbeatable deals on your next vacation. The pictures you need to add like separate. You can just click on it. Once you have clicked, you can select the picture that you want to have over there. It's quite simple. Like just search for the picture you want. If you want like a video over there, it's up to you. You don't need any like technical skills to be able to add information. If you also want to edit, let me say the text over here, you just double click it and maybe you want to add like unit travel. I'm just testing something towards it. So as you can see, you don't need any technical expertise to be able to edit the site. So if you go over here, you see that the website also has a part where people their reviews can be like entered or can be mentioned. If you want to enter more, you just click on this one. You can add more testimonials. As you can see, this is a testimonial section where if we want, we can add more information and we can also edit it. So you can also, if you want to have another like something else over there, you can also like regenerate it. Like over here, it has mentioned customer testimonials with their travel experience and it generated data. But let me say I want customers testimonials that they are happy with our services. And yeah, but I don't think that the testimonials part will be generated because that is the part that's something that customers say to you of right for your company and that's been placed there. So this is just to test and to show you guys how you just enter some small words what you want and you can see he mentions over there unit travels made my booking experience seamless and stress-free. I highly recommend their service to anyone looking to travel. Instead of you go and look for those words, it's just generated for you. You can see also that you have the part over here where you can change the company info, you can write the address, you can play the social media links. Like when you click on this, you see you have the footer. So you can, if you want to change any of these social media icons or these links, you can just click on it. And you will also see that, so what is happening over here, because we created more than one of it, you will see that the other tabs will ask you to upgrade, because it only allows you to make the free version one page. So if you're making a one pager, then you can use this free version. If you're going to create more pages, I would advise you to go for the paid version, because at the end of the day, you will need a paid version to be able to export it. So let's work on the front page, on the home page, and check some stuff more. So as you see, this part is called the header part. So as you can see over here, there are different options inside the drop down list. Even if you want to add something more, you just click on the plus, and let me say we write over here about the SEO. Just something that came up in my mind. You just write it, and you can see it's entered. You want more tabs, you can enter it right over here. So you can see this one is about the SEO. When you click on over here, you can see that this one, let me just close this. You can see that every option that is mentioned over here, you can add more. Also the destination part, if you look over here, you can edit it or create more. You have also the book now option. You can go and like add more to it. You can add a logo towards this side. You can edit all these texts, and also about the picture. As you can see over here, the system did not generate any picture for us, but as we go over here, we can click on replace component, and we can add another type of, if we want like this one, we want to have this type of component, and we go back and we can just go and change the pictures. So it depends on what you, if you want to have a video inside it, you just click the video part. And once you have the option to edit the other templates, or the other pages that have been generated, you can like connect them together, because at this moment, as you can see, because these options are connected to the other pages, and those other pages are not active at the moment, because the free version gives you just a home page, you cannot go to them. But once that is ready, you can click towards that option. And you want to say something? I just heard you.
No, you're doing good, brother. I mean, I'll just reiterate that the tool you're using is reloom.io. That's the software that you're using. And we can put all of the prompts and stuff in the show notes to kind of show for those.
Yeah, as you can see over here, if you want to play with the colors, you just go to the style guide. It's the beta version. The style guide is created especially to be able to play with the color. So you can choose which type of color you want, instead of going and having to create, to do a lot of development and uh, prompts to do that. You just can go over here and create which color you want, you like, which type of letter types you want. But as I mentioned, this one we are using is a free version, and a free version is just for a one pager, as I showed you guys. So if you want to build these websites and sell it to people and have like unlimited access, you will need to upgrade. For just a 40 bucks a month, you can create, like as you've seen, we just created this prompt. And with this prompt, just a simple prompt, of, let me say, the sitemap prompt for the unit travels, we got all the sections that we want. But let me give you guys the example of that. At this moment, if we look at the sitemap, you can see this is the home page that we have active, where we are working on is this one. But let me say you wanted to have on the flight tab more options. So what would you do? Because you have to generate that content. So as you can see, I just clicked on the option that the AI, the system over here that we are using, has also AI agent built inside it. So you can see generate content. What it does for you, it's generate contents like this. So what will happen? You will have the option, you will have the header, you will have the futures list section where you can see by location, by price, by rating, by amnesties like Expedia and Booking.com have that option. You will also have an option where you can see the reviews from customers. But let me say that you want to have a section and you want to create like a new page. So in this type of situation, you have created a separate page where there is at that moment no content yet. You don't have like a name for it yet. Let's call this one complaints. So we go back to ChatGPT, and what we say to ChatGPT is we just choose sitemap again, and we just keep the conversation same as we were already speaking with con. We say to them that, hey, can you create for my complaints section also sitemap?
Rice, is complaints
And
like a, do you mean complaints like my pain points or something different?
with complaints, I mean like people have like complaints about Unisupports, their services, etc., and they want to like write a complaint towards us.
Yeah.
Is that part of section that I wanted to have? Sorry. What is happening now? So as you can see, it generated something for me that it's not what I want because I asked for I want a complaints section for unit travel, and what it did for me is generated the full website again that I just pasted. Full website. What I mean is the prompt that we use to create this full site over here. So keep in mind, you just need this section where people can find a complaint, submit an issue related to flights, hotels, and car rentals. They can upload supporting documents as screenshots, and also they can track their complaint status. So what happens is that some people they just select the full information and they paste that over here. So what they will that do? It will just create in one picture with all that information again, and that's not what we want. So before copy pasting, always review the information that it made for you before doing it, because the other things like about us, contact us, we already have inside the sitemap. We just need to take point 8. So this one. So we take this, we just copy paste this part, and we go back to the prompt screen and we enter it over here. Always, what I always do is I always say create for me complaints and distribute, because I ask him like you communicate with ChatGPT, you ask him to generate something for you. You ask him to do that, you can generate map. So what happens over here? You can see, sorry that it's jumping. So as you can see, it created this full sitemap. So let me see if it's going to open, because I don't think it's going to open because they will block it. Yeah, I think it's not going to show. But if it's correct, this one would be the sitemap of the one that has the complaints section. So as you can see, it would be this one. Let me see. Yes. So as you can see, it's created, but to view it, you have to like go and have a plan that gives you the option to create multiple pages. But you can see over here like the section how it created, like the navigation bar, the header, you have the contact section, you have the contact form section for submitting issues related to tickets, to flights, including upload documents, and also you have a future section. So you just created a website without having to write any technical stuff, any technical development, nothing. It just created the stuff for you where you can also change the pictures. You can also place your logo over here if you want to have another logo. And also if you don't like these options, you can like go and regenerate how you can replace components. So as you can see over here, if you want to have it like this one, you can change the top bar also. You have different type of options that you can select. If you want to have it like this, but yeah, this is of the page 8 that we don't have access to. You can like without needing to do anything in the backend, you can just change this all this information. And once you have done that, if you like need to export it, you can export it. As you can see, it's having the Figma plugin. You can go and open it in Figma. But I would advise you that once before you send it over there, that you open it in Figma to see how it's going to open. You can see it will bring you to another one here because you have to install this part, create an account with it. And if Figma also can, if needed, you need to change some of those pictures, you can do it in Figma also. So there are different type of tools that does the same, but what happens is they will restrict you till the first page, until one project. So if now we want to go and do a second project or create a second one, it will ask us like to go to upgrade. That's like normally. But I would say if you just go to the upgrade section, just to show you guys, is if you hire, let's say someone from one of those freelancers platforms. I won't use any names, but one of those freelancers platform to create this website. Believe me, it will be like between $1,000, maybe $2,000. If you just pay like $40 a month for for one person, you can have unlimited projects, unlimited pages. You can share it, and you have like 1,000+ Webflow components and React components and Figma components. So people who are freelancers can do that. Part timers can have like the smaller package, but this one you can create multiple pages. I have seen people who built work for us and created websites. They didn't even have any technical skills, but they just use this one, these type of tools. There are more tools. They have also a new tool that's called Fernando AI, where you can go and create any application. We will show that one day also how you can do that. But this is just to create websites. ChatGPT helped me in this part to create a sitemap. So it's important to have a sitemap. A sitemap, you must see when you want to like build a house. You need to have a sketch on how it will be, how many rooms, how will the kitchen be, the designs, the different designs before you build a house. So it's the same with a sitemap that you have to like break it down. What will the homepage be? What will the sections be? And ChatGPT just did it for us because when we go to clients and we ask clients like, how do you want the website to be built? Most of the time they don't know it. So they will ask you that propose some options, and ChatGPT can give you different type of options how you can like build this website and propose it towards them. And I would say that when you have this type of tools, you can create, as you can see over here, the sitemap, and without having to build a website yet, you can work with the sitemap and the client to show the client that hey, look, we will have a homepage with this section. We will have like a hotel with this option, the flight section with this option, car rental with this option. So, sorry, instead of going and creating the website first, show them the sitemap. And in case they say, hey, I don't want to have that section of future sections on flight. I don't want it. It's too much. Remove it. They just remove it. And over there, you go to the wireframe where they can see how the website is going to show. So I would say it's a quite cool tool, and I think we have like only taken like 10 minutes, and we have just built this stuff. And I just want to say something that's a real life scenario. One time we got a project for from someone. It was, if I'm correct, Christmas time. And at Christmas time, most of the engineers they want day off because they want to be with their families. And the customer wanted to have in 5 days a website that was for listing fashion items, and they wanted to have it like in Webflow. So someone who works for us, or the level one engineers, he created that website in 30 minutes. I asked him, how did you do that? Because I didn't focus right directly. Maybe he's using AI. So he used these tools and generated all these options from a sitemap with all the prompts, etc. The only thing what I would advise people to be very careful with is when you're using pictures from the internet, be careful that you're not using other people their pictures that have copyright, etc. Because you can get like some issues with that. So we have different type of websites where you can go and find or download pictures that are safe to use, or as the customer to provide you with real life pictures to put on the website. So we help someone in 1 hour time in Webflow. We given the website in Webflow. One day we're going to talk about Webflow because Webflow is a tool that's very cool, and all these cool websites you guys see built on Webflow, it's stuff that people just do in 1 hour, 2 hours. So this is about Reloom. As I said, we this video is not sponsored, so we didn't have any paid plans. We just went as a zero investment company. We just went to the internet and created a website and a front page. And believe me, if you go to those freelance websites, you will see people most of likely want to have a one pager, just informative about what their company does, etc. So it's up to you guys. Do you want to use this tool? Do you want to move with AI? It's up to you.
Wow, Rice, that's super interesting. And I had three takeaways, right? One was it's never been easier to start a business than today, which is interesting and a little bit scary in the same, because I think not a lot of people understand the entrepreneurial journey and the goods and the bads and the struggles, but it is now easier than ever before to start a business. Two, my second takeaway was the speed at which we can do things in today's world is magnificently accelerated versus when I started that first business in 2007, we had to hire a firm to do the website. It took weeks back and forth thinking about the right words, the right language, the right pictures. It took a long, long time. And that, that's for a startup, that's time that you're not necessarily in the market gaining visibility and traction. My third takeaway was if you're not adapting to AI automation technology and the tools of today, and even the talent of today, you risk as a CEO, as a leader, not losing employees, but losing the whole business. Like businesses could get crushed if they're not adapting. So it's an interesting. I also liked how you kind of refer to the chat GPT in a little bit of a human form. Like I talked to him, and it's funny how that's
Yeah,
starting to come into our daily lives, right?
yeah, because if if you don't agree with ChatGPT, like let me say he created a prompt instead of I asked him for a travel company, he created a prompt for a development company. Then you can write back to ChatGPT in the section that hey, this is not what I want. I want a travel company. Then most of likely you will see he will say to you, hey, I'm sorry, I misgenerated for you. I will create it again. So these these tools are built and have maybe some small gaps, but I would say it's up to you because you have the knowledge over here as human. Because even someone who doesn't has any technical knowledge, creating a sitemap, I don't think you need technical knowledge to create a sitemap. You know what your company is doing, and you know which options you want to have listed on your website. Know if ChatGPT is generating something for you, you know if it's wrong or correct. So quite simple.
Tool, right? It's just another tool in the tool belt that helps us go from idea to a visual identity of the corporation, which is a website, and we use different tools, right?
And believe me, I think maybe 90% of the people who will be watching this video, they won't know that creating a website is like so fast, so quick, so easy. With a 40 bucks monthly, you can build unlimited website instead of spending like to $5,000, $10,000. I know that there will be some special needs about some websites where a developer is needed. But setting up for startups this basic websites and all those stuff, instead of spending all those money inside the technical stuff, just use these type of tools and you save so much money. And yeah, you can use it for other things that's not very important.
It's just the tip of the iceberg of where you can implement AI automation and new school tools into businesses these days. If you
Yeah,
can do that much on a website, dude, imagine what you can do inside your factory or inside. Imagine the cost savings in your warehouse, in your integration of everything. I just think it's crazy time.
yeah. Let me say, if we had like a paid plan, believe me, we had just the website that we were creating. We had just a website with 9 pages with everything written for you. We just have to add the pictures ready in just 30 minutes. What would have taken like 5 7 days for someone to develop, you could have like in half an hour. So as I was saying, if you guys want these type of tools in your company and you're getting stuck, you need this type of tools, reach out to us. We are happy to help you guys, to give you guys the right tools, and also finding the right tools for your company, because we are using Reloom, but it can also be that your company needs another tool that has more options, or not so many options. So yeah, that's why we are here, Andy. We are here to help people to solve these issues.
Bridge the gap, baby. Bridge the gap. Rice, brought the heat today, brother. Thank you, man. I love it.
Thank you, Andy. And
Keep rocking it.
thank you everyone for watching us. And once more, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and Andy, we're coming back on Friday, right? On the
Yes, we'll
channel.
be back on Friday with our next episode. Going to try to do this on Mondays and Fridays and mix in a day in the life of what we're learning, what we're doing, what we're curious about, what solutions we're finding, and anything we can bring that might be a benefit to you, the viewer, and help you in any way we can.
All right. Bye bye everyone. Take
All
care.
right. Bye,
Bye.
everyone.